Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to get the classic talk box sound. So before we start, if you watched the whole video and you learned something or enjoyed it, you can help support the channel by just pressing like or even subscribing. I release videos every single week, and I also have links in the description for all of the gear that I use, so if you want to buy any of it, the links are down there. Alrighty, with all that aside, let's get started. Alright, so this is my Microkorg S, and this same thing will work on the regular Microkorg, so just follow along, and it should be the same for both. Alright, now the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and turn it on. And then now what we want to do is find a sound that you want to save over. Now the cool thing about the Microkorg S is that it has different banks, and in bank D, it's going to give you something that's already really close to that kind of talk box sound. It's a saw wave, and whichever one you go to in bank D, it's going to be the same. So we'll just leave it on trance, and if you're following along on the regular Microkorg, just pick a sound. It doesn't matter which one. Just pick a sound that you want to write over and then stick with that. So number 1 already has my talk box patch on it, so we're going to use number 2. Now, one of the first things you want to do is take it off protected mode. So for that, you're going to want to hit right, and then you're going to want to press shift, and then 8. And then you're going to want to flip that to off. So it'll be on, and you want to flip this first knob, turn this first knob to off. Now you're going to want to press shift again, and then you're going to want to flip this over to global. And the reason we're doing this is so it can save all the changes you made to your Microkorg. And now you're going to want to press right twice. Now the next thing you're going to want to do is to make sure that you have a saw wave. So if you have a Microkorg S, it's already going to be on a saw wave if you're in bank D. But if you're on a regular Microkorg, what you're going to want to do is hold shift and then press 3. And that is initialize, and that should be a saw wave. So there we go. Press shift again. So the next thing we're going to want to do is change the key settings from polyphonic to mono. And this means that you can only press one note at a time, and instead of being able to press multiple notes at a time like this. So that doesn't sound very good. You only want one note at a time. Something like that. So to do that, we're going to want to change this first knob up here. We're going to want to put it down to voice. And then after that, you're going to want to go over to this third knob and then change it over from poly to mono. And now you can only press one note at a time. Cool. So we're almost there. Now the next thing is going to be Portamento, and Portamento is how long it takes from one note to switch between one note to the other. And you'll see it here in a second. So what we're going to want to do is turn this first knob over to pitch, and then we're going to want to change this third knob anywhere from 0 to 5. Anywhere around there works really well. So if you're at 0, the notes change from each other really quickly. And then if you put it up higher, it takes a long time for the notes to toggle between each other. So a good rule of thumb, anywhere from 0 to 5 works. You know, if you want to go in the middle and, go around 3 or 2, that works. It's really all just personal preference, so it's all up to you. All right, so the next thing would be this pitch modulation here, and it's already set to 2 semitones naturally, so we're just going to keep it there. Here's a little example. So automatically it's going to be set just the way you want it, so we're not going to mess with that. Now the next thing we're going to worry about is the vibrato, and the vibrato would be this. that's a little too fast. And to modify that, we're going to set this first knob to LFO2. So change it all the way down to LFO2. And then we're going to go over to the fourth knob, and it's going to automatically be at 70. And I actually got this from he's a YouTuber. His name is Talkboxer DX, and he says he likes to set it to 65, and I absolutely agree with him. I like it there too. So 65 is a great middle ground, so it'll sound something like this. So the very last thing we're going to do on here is actually save all the settings. So when you turn it off, you can turn it back on and it'll be exactly the same as it was. So to save the patch, all you're going to want to do is hit right twice. And that's it. All right, so now that it's saved, you can turn it off. And then turn it back on. Go to Bank D, or whichever setting you have it on. Mine is set to 2 here, and it'll be saved. All right, so you can get a lot of different kinds of sounds out of this. You can go all the way from California Love to Daft Punk, so I'll give you guys a little example here. California knows how to party, knows how to party. In the city of LA, we be riot, we be riot, we be riot. And then even all the way to a little bit of Daft Punk. Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger. Like I said in my other videos, I'm not the best at the talk box, but I love it anyways, so. And that's it, guys. I hope this video helped you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like the video.